Thanks a lot, John, for joining this meeting. Uh, we have discussed on building a data-driven organization in our last meeting and how to create data trust at high level. So, John, in my perspective, we are helping more than 4,000 customers across the globe to build more data-driven organization. And why it is important to have data-driven organization is because there are a lot of market trends are keep changing, so that you must have enabled data-driven organization if you are using data to get new customers or drive efficiency, or if you want to manage risk in a better way, or if you want to improve your employee productivity. But the reality is you will be using the data to have better market share. So John, I want to elaborate in a wider way to discuss around building a data trust, or building a data driven organization in your use case. So I have this question in mind for you. Do you trust your data? Let me plot here. Do you trust your data? So John, when I meet all these, senior executives, I will always ask this question: do you really trust your data? But they're not really confident to answer yes. So sometimes say, yeah, for a certain extent, but not up to 100% we are trusting data. So so I will segregate this to two key areas to have data driven organization. Let me plot that into the graph first. Number one, I'll plot speed into the x-axis. Why speed? Speed is the key aspect, to achieve really data-driven organization. And fact is, Forrester report says that only 40% of the CIOs believe that they will be able to provide the data at the speed business wants. Only 40%. So that to achieve 40%, they should be spending millions of dollars of money. So let me plot integrity to y-axis. As you are aware, integrity is nothing but completeness in terms of data. As per Harvard Business Study, they says that only 53% of the data is free from all the data errors. So it might be clerical and document related data. Out of that, only 53% of the data is free from all kind of data errors. I based on my discussion with all these customers, right? So this is the reality I will see in most of the clients. The John, where you want to plot your graph? Okay, it could be might be around in terms of speed you will be able to achieve by 45%, or around 55, right? Okay, 55. It's almost similar to this chart as per all the experts reports, right? So the challenge here is, see, whenever organizations, if they focus on speed, they will be spending lot of money to build hundreds of SaaS based applications, so that they can meet business demands in terms of speed at which they can provide the data, so they can have better business decisions. But certain organizations will be focusing on building a better integrity, or nothing but completeness in terms of data. So whenever they prefer integrity over speed, they will be building some centralized, more authoritative, centralized uh, IT system. But the problem, I mean, a good part about this is they'll be having better data governance, and they'll be having a very good control over their data access privileges and all things. But in terms of if you want to focus on speed, there will be a lot of issues in terms of data quality. But the problem with the integrity is, if you focus on integrity, you can't provide the data at the speed business wants, because there will be a long process to enable access to any of the business teams. So they may, it's something like a battle between choosing speed versus choosing integrity. So it's something like pulling the string. I mean, business might be pulling the string of speed, IT might be pulling the string of integrity. At the end, it's somewhat like a battle, or what we will call it in data terms is a data chaos. This is nothing but we will end up with data chaos. I think you might have seen similar kind of issues in your platform as well, right? So one more thing, right? I mean, what happens if you don't take any action, even though there is a data chaos in your platform? The main three issues what I had seen while working with other customers are, the number one is volume of the data. Since you will be building hundreds of SaaS based applications, it will generate enormous amount of data, and there could be a lot of backlogs in terms of providing the data in real time to the business for their business decisions. There. And one more issue I had seen was GENDI, or you can call it as uh, generation data. Means everybody in the organization wants to have access to the data. It will lead to GENDI. Now one more issue I had seen was regulation. To accelerate the pace of the regulation, I mean, that financial institutions, I mean, regulations are of very high priority thing. So John, what do you think? I mean, what is the priority thing in your organization you will consider out of these three? Okay. Regulation. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised, because US is a financial institution, so you have to focus on lot of regulation part. So okay, how to move away from data chaos to data clarity? So we need to move away from data chaos to data clarity. Okay, I will call this as data trust. Data trust is nothing but trusted data makes or brings both business and IT together. So John, I mean, while discussing last time, you told that even in your organization you guys will be focusing on sales and marketing team, because you believe that, I mean, your sales team and marketing team believes that you need to understand your customer better and households for each of your product, right? mm, and also you mentioned, I remember you mentioned that a sales team is focusing on having more iterations of product development to meet the demands, and also marketing team is working with both internal and external team along with your social team to have more personalized campaigns targeted to your customers, so that you have better conversion rates. Okay, is that right, John? Did I get that right? Okay, so how to move away from this raw data to in a custom more trusted data, so that we can generate certain revenue out of it. So all this are called as data chaos to data clarity, or whatever the concept we have discussed. I will call this as you know business agility. But the concept of data chaos to data clarity, we call it with a term called data fabric. This is not the term we had come. I mean, it's not coming from Talend. This is from both Forrester and Gardner. They says that data fabric is it simplifies data chaos issues and recognizes data is a team sport. Data is a team sport. And also data fabric ensures data is clean, compliant, and readily available for everybody in the organization. And also John, let's not confuse data fabric with BI. Okay, it's data. BI is might be 5 to 10 years old technology, but data fabric is not a old technology. You can consider data fabric as mesh, which is sitting on either your SaaS based applications or on-prem applications, or your cloud-based applications, where at one side all your metadata flowing in, and in the other side all the application data is flowing in. So it is somewhat like a mesh kind of architecture. So John, hope you have seen similar kind of architectural or similar kind of data flow in your organization as well. So this is all about data fabric, and we had seen all the definitions from both the Forrester and Gardner. So let me transition from these from Talend data fabric to Talend data fabric. Talend data fabric, it's also suite of application which will work with all the aspects of data, and it ensures that you have complete, compliant, and timely data for all of your users across the enterprise. So why Talend data fabric is special, and what are the factors which makes so different when compared to other vendors out there in the market? Number one, unified, flexible. Why it is unified? I mean, certain vendors may say, they might build hundreds of SaaS application to bring all the data together to meet business needs, but it's really piecemeal. It's not complete solution. But Talend is a really complete solution with 900 plus connectors where you can connect n number of source and targets. Why it is flexible? There's one more term is flexible. I mean, it is flexible enough to integrate with any kind of application, and also you are aware that we are from an open source background, so we will generate native code as much as possible, so it is flexible enough. Why it is grow with you? Talent will adapt very quickly with any kind of your applications, and also it will grow with any innovations out there in the market. So Talent will quickly adapt to it and make those changes available for you. Okay. On top of these, I want to tell some success stories quickly for you. So I was working with one of the media and entertainment company. They had around 800 plus ETL jobs, which was running on some legacy SAP BODS tool, and it was taking around 20 hours for processing, and also there were a lot of data quality issues, and also they were able to reach only 60% of their customers because of data quality issues. So they approached us, and we provided them a solution where we replaced their legacy ETL tool with Talend Data Fabric, and also we have replaced their B8. We recommended them to have Redshift in place for their data warehousing solution. So what we achieved, we reduced our processing time from 20 hours to just 4 hours because of our Talend Data Fabric capabilities. We have amended a lot of quality components within our data pipeline, so that they have most clean and complete data in their platform, so that they can have better outbound campaigns, and also we enabled certain real-time data ingestions to their platform, so that they have some real-time insights to have more personalized campaigns conducted for their customer base. So let me go back to our initial question, right? Trust. So trust score. So I just want to correlate this question here. What is trust score? So to enable this trust part, what I want to do is I want to go from high level to very low level, where I want to assess some of your key data sets using our Talend Data Fabric platform and come up with a trust score. So this trust score is nothing but which talks about your data quality, or we can say data assessment of your current data. What is there out now? What is current state of your data, and it will come up with a score, so that we can understand the current state of your data. And also we will show by changing certain things in the data, and how we can increase your trust score. On top of that, I would like to have one more review meeting with more your stakeholders from all your departments, and we can discuss with we can have more data sets which can be ingested into Talend Data Fabric and come up with assessment score or trust score, and we can continue with our discussion. And hope this meeting helped you guys, and thanks a lot for your time. Thank you.